On this video, I'm going to talk about the niche of my channel. I'm going to talk about what has changed since 2018, how I've evolved on my YouTube channel, and how I've even evolved on my YouTube channel since February 2019. My name is Jessica Madden. On my YouTube channel, I talk about inspiring ideas. I share with you guys and girls the amazing lessons I picked up in my life. I share with you the tips I picked up along the way. Reminding you once again that the 100th YouTube subscriber will receive a free gift which I will personally ship to you wherever you may live on this planet. Right, without further ado, let's get right into it. What is the niche of my channel? How has the niche gradually fluctuated and changed since 2018? In 2018, I spoke a lot about transgender issues. I spoke a lot about the Torah, matters pertaining to LGBT issues, matters pertaining to transgender issues, and matters pertaining to all means and all kinds of lessons in life. Last year, I would often quote passages in that week's Torah portion. And lastly, I would often quote from the Talmud, and I particularly had a whole series on conversion therapy. I should really detail that particular episode, put it into episodes like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Put it into different series, like different episodes in a series. I'm gonna try and do that in the future. That's something I'm planning on doing to make it a little easier for my viewers to see. But this year, and particularly in the last 2 months, I've become a very fervent, spiritually inclined person. And you can see how that's kind of changed in the last 2 months, specifically and in particular. Why have I done that? Because for me, I'm trying to, I've been, as you can see, if you look back at my channel last year and all along my journey, you could see I'm very much structured around the concept of gaining clarity and attaining the truth. I want to attain the truth in my life, and I want to sit in a place in my life, in a place where I could sit comfortably and know that I am having a good life, I'm having a happy life, and I'm having a good future ahead. There's no question about it, and as you all know by now, I've had difficult trials and tribulations in my lifetime. In my lifetime, I've faced more trials and tribulations that some people face an entire life. Just in the last year, I faced more trials and tribulations more than some people face an entire lifetime. And I mean, yeah, so what I faced in the last 40 years of my life, some people who reached the age of 95 hadn't faced their entire lifetime. The trials, the tribulations, the perception of rejection, and even all kinds of, publicity surrounding the rejection against me. I've taken all that and I've really blossomed, and you can see on my channel, I've blossomed. I don't see it as rejection anymore. I see it as my personal growth. So that's kind of where my niche changed in the last year. Last year, I was also focused a lot on interviewing politicians, interviewing Chief Constable of Police, interviewing people at Pride, LGBT Pride. I interviewed staff members from a particular airline. I also interviewed, later on, I interviewed rabbis. This year, there's much less interviews. I did do a couple of interviews last few months. I did a total of 4. I did the interview. I'll put it in links down below as well. I interviewed people by the train station, and I interviewed when I went to watch the 90 virtual reality film. I think it's called VR Seat. When I went to watch the VR Seat, I interviewed the guy who told me about him, the guy who was running the ride, and then I interviewed people at the train station. Then I interviewed Philip Cantor. It was an amazing interview. I'll put that in the link down below as well. I've also interviewed quite recently the former mayor of St. Helens here in England, the city in England called St. Helens. I interviewed him at a Jeff Pearl, the mayor of former mayor of St. Helens. I interviewed him at a interfaith meeting which I had in March this year. Prior to that, I think the last interview I had done was the chief constable of police. I think that was the last interview I had done prior to that. I also had, I'm going to try and put the links down below as well. I went to the rally in Manchester against anti-Semitism, and I watched and I filmed the chief rabbi of the UK speaking and other dignitaries. That was quite different to my channel, because my channel was never really about going to places and going to rallies. I never really had done that kind of thing, going to rallies, but I did that then. I also interviewed an entrepreneur, a tourist who's an entrepreneur, and that's sort of what I did at the end of 2018. I was trying to in 2019, I was trying to play music on my keyboard. I also tried at the end of 2018 to play music on my guitar. But lately I've stopped playing music on my guitar and my keyboard. It's mainly because I feel that playing on my keyboard is not something which kind of relates to my message, and I want to really get to, I want my viewers to feel the message. And if my music wasn't really relaying to my message, I figured leave it alone, let it out. But if anybody wants me to play on my keyboard again, please leave it in the comments down below. I'd be only too happy to start doing that again. But I kind of got the vibe and the feeling that people didn't really have the time for it, and people didn't really connect the message which I was trying to relate through my music to the message I was trying to give over verbally. I do think that it's relevant it still is relevant to review and to relate to the Torah portion and messages within the Torah portion of that week. So, I mean, this week's Torah portion is Parshat Korach, which is very relatable to everybody. Anybody who thinks about it, it's all about the concept of not engaging in feud. And, Korach kind of came from the perspective that we are all holy, we are all great. Why do we need leaders? And Korach had a very good complaint. If you think about it, Korach had a very good complaint. We are all our own leaders. We should all be the captain of our own ship. So his message was really a good one, and his complaint was a good one. But the problem was when he ended up contradicting himself and becoming the leader of his own tribe, not his tribe, his own movement. So he sort of contradicted himself, and that's where he went wrong. But his original message about everyone being holy and pure and no one really needing a leader was actually a very good message. I just thought I'd put that out there as well. If you want to hear more about my channel, what the purpose of my channel is, what I'm trying to relay, please put it in the comment section down below. If I haven't fully given you the idea and the flavor of what my niche is about, please ask any questions in the comment section down below. And please feel free to share this video away on social media, on WhatsApp, on Instagram, on Twitter, on Reddit, on YouTube, wherever you are. Please feel free to share it away. And if you really enjoy this video, if you enjoy my videos as such, please put the like button. That's very helpful for me to know if a video was liked. That means that I'm putting over a message well. So it's helpful if you could do that. And I really look forward to seeing you in my next video. Lately, it looks like I've been putting out 2 videos a day in 2 languages. And I guess that's kind of the direction I'm taking. It's been going on now for about 2 months, I think. Almost a month and a half, more like. I've been putting out 2 videos a day. And that sort of seems like where I'm going to be heading. I look forward to seeing you in my next video.